So doctors have documented more neurological cases where sensory information splits into two parallel streams, making patients feel as if they are experiencing two versions of reality at the same time. And so some of these rare cases has some of those patients describing through the real world while sensing a second like shadow world unfolding beside the physical. Neurologists believe that this comes from a disruption in how the brain processes perception and interpretation. That's what they believe, but that's how they're breaking it down. So doctors and neurologists, without using the actual terms spiritual awakening, are now telling you what I have been talking to you about with the whole spiritual awakening thing, with the whole when you unplug, what you are going to experience based off my experiences too of the spiritual awakening. What happens? What you're gonna see? You know. But doctors and neurologists are just telling you right now. They're telling you, and the patients, the ones that they're calling rare, are describing it to you. You see, the media, doctors, news stations, etc. They won't use the term spiritual awakening, spirituality, and spiritual warfare, light, dark. They won't use those terms. Um, and as you can see, when they cover these kind of stories, even articles like this, when you see it, right, when it's something spiritual, how those stations and the programming, like how they'll use their terms is, and you've seen this, they'll say some phrases like something unusual, something strange, or they try to go beyond to what I'm saying, try to think what it is, but they use different terms, but it's simply spiritual awakening, spiritual. The spirit realm is real, physical and spiritual. It's real. And they'll use those terms without saying what it is, but the truth is, right? It's all spiritual awakening. And the spirit realm is real. And trust me, those writing those articles, using those terms and using those phrases, those in government, CIA, FBI, trust me, a lot of them know about spiritual awakening, about spirituality, about stuff like that. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I gotta use terms for the video too, right? I'm telling you, spiritual awakening is not fun, man. And it's also very rare. And it doesn't happen to everyone. It happens to some people. And it happens out of nowhere and out of the blue. It's even the movies put the truth in your face, even in anime, and even in video games too. Where do you think with movies, anime, video games, where do you think they come up with all these ideas if it weren't true? Why would they have movies based off what people experience in real life and put it into a movie and make it, of course, creating a storyline to it, but putting truth in their anime, in movies, and in video games? And a lot of this is from the spiritual, right? With powers, spiritual, from both light and dark. They show both. And all the stuff that they put out there to you. It's in your face. But when these articles come out with these stories, and when you see that obviously this place that they're testing their patients, They're telling you exactly what they're experiencing, what it is, but they gotta call them the real ones. See, because it is rare, but it's true. It's real. It ain't fake. And when you go through this spiritual awakening, that's what when you follow me and the videos I talk to you about the spiritual awakening. I talk to you about the experiences, how to discern, because you're gonna see from both the physical and the spirit realm, from both. So you're gonna see things from the flesh, but how to discern and know when there's spirits, how to feel it, how you gonna see it, how to know it's real. Then you you get you see how okay the witchcraft stuff is real from both light and dark, but how it's done, what they do, and then when you start going to your life, thinking about things, you start being like, okay, I was caught up into some stuff too. That was done on me that I had to break. You start to understand spiritual things, and then the stuff you start talking about with the discernment, how you explaining things, which is given by the Most High. People had to be taught this in school, and they have booklets and stuff like this, and you did it naturally based off experiences and what you have gone through, what was shown to you as well in the spirit realm from the Most High. You heard the Banksy from both, hearing the voices from both light and the dark, just like them. How the patients talked about they heard echoes and voices. Yes, it's spirits, spirits, light, dark, angels fallen, right? Light and dark, light and dark. There's a scale, right? And then you balance, but the Most High is the one that removes the veil. It's a spiritual awakening for a reason. That's why it's called that. It's called spiritual awakening, not flesh awakening. Spiritual awakening. And these movies put it in your face. These movies do it. They show you without using and mentioning the Most High, of course, and God, but they showing you exactly what is happening out here in this world. Experiences. Even with anime, when you see them with their powers and all this stuff. And especially those in those animes, some of them go on that semen retention. That's where you see them get charged up. Charged up is, you see, a lot of the shows is like that. It's spiritual too, man. And the shows and anime too show you from both the light and the dark too. Both sides. AKA spiritual warfare. Anime be putting the spiritual warfare from what you see. The spiritual warfare. But it's not fun, man. And that's why my videos that I've been putting out is to help you. It's to help you out from the experiences of, and about spiritual awakening. Remember, when you see what you're going to see, the tactics are the same. And they never change. Never. It's all the same. So those sort of videos that I put out, it will help you out. And I don't want to keep repeating myself and keep repeating in each video because you already know exactly what it is. And this story here reminds me of plenty of video games too. Especially, the video game like Alan Wake Part 2. That's a lot about that too. So, isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting how these stories come out, these articles come out, and the media on TV, right? Those who got cable and whatever networks you watch your news or get your information from, whatever news station in your wherever you live at in this world, and then some of the media